Then would you say you can consider music your true love?
Ah, interesting.
I go by Bugs, B-U-G-Z, and I'm the drummer.
My name is Adrian, and I play a guitar and I write the music.
My name is Andres, and I write the lyrics and play guitar and sing.
Hi, I'm Donnie, D-O-N-N-I-E. I am the bassist here, and
So the name of your band is Lover's End. I mean, I've never really questioned it until now. Like, how did you get your name?
So, me and my cousin grew up watching this movie called Green Street Hooligans, and it takes place in the United Kingdom.
Elijah Wood.
And so,
fuck yeah, dude.
it's about like soccer clubs, like fighting and stuff like that. And they talk with like British accent, and they have like British slang. And one of the words was a lover's tiff. So I researched it. I was like, what the heck does that mean? A lover's tiff is like a stupid little argument between a couple that is not so bad. It doesn't mean you're going to break up or anything. It's just a stupid argument that you have sometime. And I just thought that was catchy and clever. And so our band kind of liked it, but Bugs kind of brought up that it sounds like lover stiff. Like, you know, you have a hard on. So we're like, we were at Love Buzz and we were talking. And he was talking about his relationship with his lady.
Yeah, Andrew.
And I was like, he was talking about an argument they had. And I was like, oh.
Talk about my divorce.
Talk about my
I didn't say that, but if you want to throw that in there. And so I was like, hey man, so what, you had a lover's tiff or what? And he was like, no, it was more of a lover's end. And I was like, with any band really, or meeting with any kind of group, doesn't even have to be music. It's just time, because we have our personal lives. We all have school, we have work. Me and Bugs and Donnie, we're all going to UTEP. We're studying like crazy. Andy has his job that he's constantly working on. So, I mean, we even have he's a professional porn star. And so we have our families, you know, we have our loved ones. And so it's just hard. I mean, when we get together, we have some beers in a few hours and we practice and it's awesome. But just getting to meet together, it's the biggest challenge. Other than that, we get along super well. Music has always helped me to escape. Whenever there's like terrible times, I would always get my Walkman, my tapes or my CDs, and I would just go outside and just walk. Whenever I felt like I couldn't escape from anything, or whenever life was just real stressful. So definitely some dark times for sure. I know it kind of sounds depressing, but I don't think I would be here if it wasn't for music. But the thing about music is that it never fails. It never betrays me. It never, you know, it doesn't cheat, it doesn't lie. Whatever comes out of this speaker, 10 years later, it's gonna sound the same way, and it's gonna be pure. So, yeah, it saved me, definitely. Being able to play and make music, and yeah, that's the only thing I have to look forward to in life. Because everything else, I don't really have motivation for anything else.
Do you think music's changed your life?
Of course, most definitely. It's changed how I view the world. I mean, learning how to play music, you know what I mean? When you hear a song, like on the radio or whatever, it might mean something to you in a minor way, but when you actually pick up the guitar and look up like the tab or the chord or like the music, and you learn how to play that person's song, all of a sudden it's transformed, and it's like your perspective changes, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. How did they come up with this? And you try to get into the artist's head, you know what I mean? But has it changed my life? Yes. I think I'm inheriting rheumatoid arthritis from my mother because she does have it, like clinically. And like just right now, I was outside playing an acoustic song, and I can't really play more than like a minute or 2 minutes without my hands like really starting to hurt. So I literally think I'm on my way out, and that's a crappy feeling because you're talking hypothetical, and it's like, damn, it's actually really happening. But honestly, I think I would be okay as long as I at least have my ears to listen to music. If I were to go deaf, might as well just off myself. Nah, I'm just kidding. But you know, I think there was like a great classical artist that was deaf, right? What, Beethoven or something like that? I don't know. And that, but that's one of the reasons why I push my bandmates and my friends so hard, so fast to record. I think recording music is so important because you never know when you will lose that ability to ever play music again. I can get, you know, paralyzed tomorrow, or I can die tomorrow, but I might be gone, but my recordings will still be there, you know what I mean? So that's why I give so much importance. And right now I'm working really hard towards that. So if I were to lose my ability tomorrow, I'd have been very proud of what I could have done. And I would just preach to other people, like learn, and I would preach to people I would probably even give lessons if I possibly could, show other people how to do it. You know what I mean?
I first picked up a bass actually around 16, just a couple years ago. My mom had died around that time, right when I had started my first band, and it allowed me to like express my emotions through the power of music. And it sounds kind of cheesy, but I mean it does help. It's very therapeutic for me, you know. It gets all that energy out, that bad energy. And I think as not only as a person has it helped me, but also as a musician. It's just allowed me to like grow, you know, gradually. Because being in a band, just in general, is a responsibility for sure. You know, it takes time, it takes commitment, and I feel like it's also allowed me to like, you know, better myself as, you know, as a person that's that's adulting, you know, and allows me to gain this better sense of responsibility.
In life, where would you be in life without music?
Oh, that's a good question. Definitely boring. And maybe even make me feel like lost at times. Like, what do I do? You know, what do I do now? Yeah, despite the challenges though, like this is a good outlet for me. It's a good way to like relax, and when I'm playing with these guys, whether it's an hour, it's 2 hours, whatever, and it's just a way for me to forget everything else and just have fun.
Because you have to force something out of yourself, or do you really enjoy doing it? That's just the biggest question. That is the biggest, you know, factor. Like that's the question you should be asking yourself. Am I forcing this? And if you are, maybe you shouldn't be doing it.
something beautiful with your life, something artistic. Don't do what TV tells you that makes you think what you should do. I have to buy a house, I have to have a family, I have to have 5 kids. Those are all beautiful things to do, and you should do them if you truly feel that in your heart. But do something artistic. Learn how to play an instrument. Learn how to draw or paint. Learn how to write poetry. Learn how to, that's what distinguishes us from an animal or from a robot.
Be happy in life. Just do whatever you want. That's the only way that you can really be truly happy. I think personally, I'm happy doing this. So. You're gonna freaking die, and you kind of have to have something that was yours. Kind of did do something with it. And when I started seeing it that way, that's kind of what kept me going. And I think the rest of us kind of we fall under the same umbrella.
Music has been there in the greatest of times in our lives when we're celebrating something so wonderful, and it's been there in our darkest when we've had like the worst of days, where we're going through the worst of times under so much pressure. Anywhere you go, any country, any land, rich or poor, you'll see music wherever you see life. It's in our blood. It's an instinct to dance and make music. It can lift you up from a bad day, or it can sympathize with you when you feel let down. Humans are people and are imperfect. We lie. Sometimes, unfortunately, we betray one another. But the cool thing about music is that it doesn't lie. It doesn't betray. It stays true to itself. From listening to a homeless guy with a guitar to a performance at the Sydney Opera House, for example, it's all beautiful. Don't get lost in this world of working to eat and then eating to go back to work. Find your art, whatever it may be. Find what makes you happy and pursue it while you can,